Good morning, folks. Here we are, Wednesday, another hot and humid day. Today we have a 550-gallon tank removal with a 275-gallon installation installed outside under a deck. Here's just some of the product that we are accessible to. We've got the crushed concrete. We utilize that a lot when we're backfilling a large void with a high water table. Excuse me. That's our fill. That's the 95% compactable stuff. Right there is our screened topsoil. In the distant back there is crushed asphalt. So we utilize those four materials when backfilling these tanks, depending upon the application. If it's a traffic deemed area, whatever suits the backfilling best. Mike is hooking up the trailer. We're still waiting for the superstar, the vice president, to show up. Mike, what time is it? What time? 7:15. The vice president's still not here yet. He did some work over the weekend. He's doing a deck, so we've collected all his garbage that we'll throw away. These are some of the tanks that have to get scrapped. The couple in there have holes in them, and we are waiting for the insurance carrier to determine their liability. So they'll send an oversight company out here to take a look at it, take pictures of it, and that's how they'll run their investigation. That is a Roth tank. It's going to be installed, I think it's next week. It's 275 gallon. That's a 30-year warranty. It's considered a double wall. It's got an inner liner, which is a blown polyethylene insert. Has no seams to it. The good thing with this tank is those Granby tanks are great, but they are metal. And on the inside of the tank, it's unprotected metal. So if you get any condensation or if you get a bad delivery of fuel, that water sits at the bottom on the inside of that tank, and it begins to rust from the inside out. This vessel, that doesn't take place because of the polyethylene blown bladder. I am mistaken. That is actually a 400-gallon tank, which is a project about 3 weeks from now. There is the 275-gallon tank. So up there is where we hold all our 330s. Here's where our 275s are. We'll go up there, we'll pull that one down. We'll start to clean it up. Okay, so it's 7:33. Let's see where the Superstar's been. Apparently his start time's a little different than all of ours. Let's go see. Some of the challenges as an owner. So Craig, good morning.
Good morning.
It's like 7:34.
Yep.
Wondering, where are you at?
I came here at 6:30. Went and got my truck. Returned the compactor with the United Rental.
Oh, okay. All
Now
personal
I'm back.
stuff though.
Well,
Pretty much.
a little bit.
Personal equipment using, personal stuff, personal time.
Right.
And, all right. Just wanted to get to the bottom because we were all concerned.
Nobody called me though.
We didn't know what, didn't think we had to. You are the boss.
What if I crashed?
The police would have called us.
How? Go
Your
Terry.
wallet. They checked your wallet. She would have called.
Back.
But hey, good to know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we've arrived on site. Nice quiet road here in Monroe. Actually knocking on the door trying to get a hold of the homeowner. Nobody seems to be answering. Here's what we got going on. There is the 2-inch fill pipe for the underground tank. And because the tank is, the vent pipe right there is offset. So when it's offset that distance, kind of tells me that it's going to run this way. Backfilling this curb will just disintegrate if I try to roll over it with an excavator. So we'll park the truck right here. I'll be positioned here and I'll dig out of the truck and then I'll backfill that way. When I met with this homeowner, I think about a month ago, we discussed the installation going in two possible places. One right here. I'll have to rip that stump up and level the ground. No underground discharges, which makes it easy. Or he wanted to put it right here under the deck, which will come out a little bit past there. So we're not sure where he decided finally. So we're just trying to locate him so we can make a decision and begin. And there you have it, folks. Hot, muggy day. Hopefully everybody had a enjoyable, safe 4th of July. And we're ready to start our project. Okay, so here's where the lines have to come in and run to the burner. We'll be coming through here. I want to say the burner is right in here. There it is. That light switch. All right. We're probably going to punch in somewhere through there. Come straight down. So that means we're going to be trenching from that tank installation on over, as opposed to running an ugly line through his house. All right, we've got our plan. Boys are offloading everything out of the trucks. Okay, we noticed a dartboard. I don't think any of us are great, but Craig has given an option. Whoever gets a bullseye goes home paid today. So, I mean, this is the unbelievable excitement we deal with every single day. So Craig is up. I'm not sure we're gonna let him go home, but... Oh my God, hold on. No, okay. By the way, we did have authorization to do this in the homeowner's house. Just in case anyone's... Mikey's up. No good, Mike's working. Go get a shovel. Sam's up in the batter's box. Looks like we're all working. No good. All right. One shot for me.
Ooh.
Not bad, not bad.
Almost there.
Almost. We've excavated down to it. Mike's now cleaning the top off. And he's doing that so when we actually sawzall it, as it vibrates, it doesn't fall down in because this homeowner wants us to transfer. So we didn't damage the copper lines right here. It's also important to not snag those copper lines right there because then you'll pull them from the basement. Sometimes it's still connected to the burner and you'll actually pull the burner. So I think you did notice we pulled this out. That's pretty cool. Thought that maybe there'd be a note in there for us. Wonder how old that is. We'll find out the year of the house because that was probably put in there while the contractors were building it and they used it as garbage. So Craig's getting set up. This is a 275 gallon Granby, 12 gauge. It's got a 10-year warranty. We're gonna have to do a little bit of maintenance here. We're gonna remove that. Gonna put it as close to the window as we can, but it's gonna stick out from under the deck a little bit. What are your challenges, Craig?
To get into the boiler room, it's offset 6 inches from the chimney there.
Oh, why?
So it's expanded, so I have to drill in at about a 7-inch angle.
I gotcha.
To get into that room.
Oh, really?
Without going all the way around the chimney.
Gotcha. So then, in other words, the chimney, actually that room, the furnace room,
starts like right here.
It starts right there.
So, we got the big
so he's got to use that drill, and I guess we're going to go in at an angle so it comes into that furnace room. So good eye for catching that. And then we're just going to trench all the way down, and we'll tie our line in. A little bit of challenges here, but this is a good one. I may want to go get the Geo-Ripper, huh?
Go to that propane line.
Where?
You see it.
Oh, so we'll go inside and see where that propane. So we're going to get our measurement to make sure what angle he actually has.
77 inches.
So it's 77 inches, the end of the fireplace, to that propane line. So let's go in and see. I'm going to say that could be poison sumac there that I'll now be itching for months.
And it has to get moved, James, obviously.
We're going to go inside, double check, triple check. Like the old saying, you measure twice, cut once. Where's that propane line come in? Right there is where that propane line comes in. So we'll pull the tape.
I have 72 and a half to the propane.
So it's 72, so we'll go back outside and mark our 72. Don't want to hit that beam, don't want to hit that electrical line, and quite a bit of electrical lines going out there.
Down here, I think.
So we're going to be coming in through this level, he says, so we're going to clear all that. Let's see how this turns out. So as you can see, we set that up right on it. So 72 inches brings us right there, straight up, about 1.5 bricks in. So we're gonna have to start down there at that corner and go at an angle for 7 inches to miss the inside wall and any of the electrical lines. So we'll figure out our angle down here in a second and try not to, I don't know what kind of bush that is, but that's not a good one. The challenges just never end here at Tank Masters. Got our Milwaukee set up. All right, so that was our angle. And looks like it was perfect. Came in about 6 inches away from that inside beam. So we're gonna begin to trench. Mike is doping up the 6-inch nipple or riser for the fill. That's the sight gauge vent alarm combo. That's how you read and measure the amount of fuel. He's gonna put his 2-inch duplex in there where the return and suction lines come out, and then we'll just put a 2-inch plug on that. Sammy's cleaning the area. We'll get a couple of levels, pitchfork, shovel. We're gonna dig that, make sure we get down to virgin ground. So there's gonna be a little bit of work right there. So I'm gonna go over now and begin to cut open the tank. Or actually, Sammy's already doing that. That's teamwork right there, guys. Putting on a brand new blade. We're gonna put that blade actually right into the fill. And we're gonna cut over, down, and then I'll peel it open. Craig's digging that trench now. We're gonna go 18 inches below grade for frost. They don't necessarily have to sleeve that in PVC. That's a coated copper, polyethylene. Dig that down. Level's good. It's a little tool that we made to dig in and then flatten it and compact it. If they don't sell it, you make it. Progress is continuing. The tank's ready to go into position. See how we're doing. We stuck this tank for water. There's no water at all in it. It was a thin tank also. There's not a lot in there. We put a screen at the bottom of our drop tube. So we're going to transfer what's usable out of that. Will stay about 2 inches off the bottom. It doesn't look that dirty. Just to get his burner up and fired. Hot day today. Okay, we've got the pads level. Heads up, down, down, down. There you go.
We're gonna be good right here. Or you have to lift it in place with these where it's gonna go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay.
We'll just put a final level on that. Make sure it's pitched towards the drain plug. And we're good to go. Make sure that vent is 2 feet from that opening, which it clearly is. These joists are 16 center. And we're good. Well, we hit a couple of roots here. So Sam is sawzalling through these roots. Wow, it looks like an elephant tusk.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
There's some thick roots.
And the work continues. Once that's set in place, we'll transfer that probably 30 gallons of good stuff just to get the burner fired. Transfer pump set up. Transferring the fuel. How's it going with the lines?
Perfect.
Fuel's going in. Tank set in place. Making some good progress. Okay, that's the overburden put in, almost compacted. This is the area where that was all stockpiled. Here's the tank. She's a good one. It was a very thin tank. You can see how it was ripping just from the bucket. So he's kind of lucky. See what the bottom looks like. That bottom is on its way, as you can clearly see. So this did not have much time left. When you see the layers like that, that's actually a thin layer of the steel itself that's oxidized, and it just flakes away. So got his money's worth out of that tank. So we're going to bring the trailer with the 5 tons of topsoil in. We'll put it there. I'll dig out of the back and put it in there. That return and suction copper line comes up through there, goes to the back. Mike's just making sure everything is nice and snug. We've got fuel in it, just that little bit. You can see just about a quarter of a tank. Mike will paint those black nipples. He's already got the legs and flange painted. He's actually coming to do it now. Let's see how Craig did on the install in here. He's got it running. So he's actually going to go upstairs now and turn the heat up so it kicks on. Make sure that it works. He's actually still in here working on it. Almost done?
Yep.
He's making his last flares. You can see a little bit better. Right there is where it came in. We already marine caulked the outside before we backfilled. So we'll caulk that. Craig will finish up and fire the burner. Trying to cool down here a little bit just so you have an idea. 100 degrees outside, 11:35. We're finishing up. Okay folks, that's a wrap. Everything put back, topsoil, all compacted, seeded just the front because I don't know if he's going to put mulch back there or whatever. Where the trench is. With his new installation. There you have it, folks. Another fine job by Tank Masters Environmental.